carefully. Ever made love
All
to
right,
the woman
boom,
of
we're
your
here.
dreams in a
What
room
is
full of money?
Cause I'm on one. All right, this video was titled "Police Chief Didn't Realize the Camera Was Still On. Now He's Banned from Policing." Thank God we have cameras. Thank God we have evidence, like digital evidence. Thank God I'm in 2026. Because these cops are crazy now. But imagine in fucking 1960, nigga. Like, damn. So let's just appreciate the times we live in. You know, it's a new year and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's just all be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate, you know, the people around us, the all the opportunities that we have in life and the opportunities that we're exposed to and all the things that protect us in life that provide justice, you know, and keep us what I don't even know what I want to say anyway. Fuck it. I don't want to yap too much. All right, let's get it. Bow.
Okay. Sit down. Sit down.
Damn. Wait, we didn't even start yet. They must know each other. Holy, bro, what the fuck?
In 2021, a small police department in the village of Robbins, Illinois was falling apart. The village had failed to renew its contract with the local police union in 2019, and within just a couple of years, the department was on the brink of collapse due to low wages, poor working conditions, and officer shortages. And on October 3rd of 2021, it was reported that 12 of the 14 officers that worked at the Robbins Police Department called in to work in protest for the city's failure to correct these departmental issues. This basically left the village with no acting police force, and so the Cook County Sheriff's Office had to step in and take over police duty.
Yo, that's crazy. This is one thing I gotta say, man. Why doesn't the U.S. invest more money in the police, like academies and in the police? Like, how do I put this? I wish the police had more discipline in the US. You know what I'm saying? Like in Germany, like I might be wrong about this, but you're supposed to go 3 years to fucking school like police academy, 3 years until you can even wear a badge. You know what I'm saying? So why doesn't the US do the same thing? I'm assuming it's because they need staff, they need people, you know, as quickly as possible. But at the end of the day, like the only people suffering from this are the civilians. So I don't even know. But defunding the police is the dumbest shit I've ever heard, honestly.
For the time being.
Our job, as usual, wherever we go, is keep the people safe.
Some words of encouragement before these Cook County Sheriff's Police head out to patrol the village of Robbins. They've been working in the village since Robbins Police walked off the job Friday night.
That's crazy.
The newly elected mayor of Robbins, a man named Darren Bryant, assured the citizens that they would be safe while they formulated a plan to revise the department. And the village leaders drafted a man named David Shepard to take over the role as the new police chief. But it didn't take long for things to start going off the rails for the department again. Chief Shepard wasn't getting along with Mayor Bryant, and that eventually led to his termination. Despite the fact that he had managed to fully staff the police department in just about a year's time and decrease the city's crime rate by a meaningful amount. So this led former Chief Shepard to file a lawsuit against the village of Robbins and Mayor Bryant in his individual capacity. The lawsuit was alleging that the mayor was involved in several different corruption schemes ranging from evidence handling to official misconduct. And this is where the real star of today's story comes into the picture. This is Robbins Police Chief Carl Scott. He's who Mayor Bryant...
Why does his beard look tattooed or spray painted? And his hair does too. Nah, nigga. And your eyebrows, nigga? Nah, something's wrong with this guy. I can already tell something is off. He spray painted his whole existence. What is this? Hell nah. Hell nah. At this point, I already know you fucked up in the head.
appointed to replace former Chief Shepard after his termination. So I said all that to set the backdrop for today's episode, because it's not every day that a police chief gets permanently banned from policing. But this story has an interesting twist that kind of shows just how deep the corruption runs in local government. So fast forward to April of 2024, when a 43-year-old man named James Snow, who has a YouTube channel called Tyrant Terminator Audits, you might be familiar with him. He's a well-known member of the auditing community, and he decided to conduct an audit at a healthcare center in Robbins. Now, this is James's first interaction with Chief Scott, but it certainly wasn't his last. And what happens in this brief exchange, well, let's just call it foreshadowing.
We have never had that.
I can understand, and that's probably...
We have people that we report to.
Nah, he most definitely spray painted everything. She wearing a lace front or whatever the fuck that shit is called. I don't know. I'm judging people by their... Wait, let me stop. Let me focus on what actually matters real quick.
Real quick. The reason why they probably never came in and done it is because they probably don't know that they have a right to do it. Sir, are you like the chief?
I am, sir.
Oh, okay. How you doing, sir? I'm just trying to ask for your badge number. That's in your name.
How can I help you?
Your name and badge number will be here. Help.
Chief of Police of Robbins Police Department.
Oh, you don't want to give your name?
You can get that on the internet.
Okay.
Oh, nigga, come on. What is so hard about that? I'm officer, no. Here's my number, no. Like, what's so difficult about that? Because you know you fucked up. There's no reason not to give your name and badge number if you're just doing your fucking job. Somebody, please let me know in the comments below what the fuck is the purpose of not saying your name and badge number besides being an asshole. Let's keep it real. Like, what's the purpose? I don't get it. I've seen so many videos where cops refuse to do that. Look at him. He knows, like, oh, here we go. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand.
I know it's part of you guys' policy. I don't actually need any help. I explained to these officers.
We actually leave, please.
Definitely after I'm done conducting my business. I have official business here, sir.
That's my business is done, if you don't mind leaving.
Sir, I have a file of FOIA. My business is not done.
For-year medical records.
Oh my God.
No, I'm not looking for medical records.
Sir.
The general information for this department, sir. Why are you why are you escalating the situation, Chief? Yeah, because you're telling me my business is done and it's not.
He hasn't said what
Now, can you give him a card for the business here so he can go?
Sir, I got to file a FOIA before I go. If
you don't file FOIAs.
Yes, you do, sir.
FOIAs, you don't file FOIAs in the place of business.
Absolutely, you can.
Send them the information. And what is it?
So, okay, so can I show you the law? Where it say I can do it?
What are you trying to FOIA?
General information for this department.
Here's the general information right here.
No, ma'am. No, sir. That's not what I want.
What is it that you want, sir?
Specific stuff that I'm going to put on my request. I don't have to tell you, sir.
Okay, right now you have to leave.
So you saying if I don't leave, I'm going to be arrested?
Sir, I'm telling you right now you have to leave.
Is it a lawful command?
Your choice on whatever you wanted to do.
No, I'm saying if it's a lawful command, I will leave.
So according to James...
What the fuck? Oh, no, this nigga tripping. This nigga is tripping, bro.
Chief Scott...
But there's many people, even in my personal life, I know some people who act like this, who just can't handle you questioning them. They can't handle it. They don't like it. And honestly, I don't give a fuck, so I just antagonize them even more. But that's something, like, it's so fascinating to me. I don't know what's going on in their fucking mind. That's crazy how people just can live this way. I don't understand. What is this even called? Narcissism? Fucking, what is that called?
Along with the other officers, placed him in handcuffs, put him in the back of a patrol car, and eventually issued him citations for disorderly conduct and breach of the peace. Wow. James went to court for these charges a few months later, and both of them were dismissed after the judge actually watched the footage in court. So naturally, after having his charges dismissed, James attempted to do the first thing that any victim of police misconduct should do after resolving any pending criminal charges, and he went to the Robbins Police Department to file a formal complaint against Chief Scott. And here's how that went.
Here we go.
So you have your ID?
Oh, nah. I don't just ride around when I need. Why would you need my ID?
Because I need your ID.
All right, now I have
Because we're filing a complaint.
I have the same question. Like, why not identify yourself? Like that's you need my ID. I'm in the police department. I am literally located within the police department. I don't understand why you wouldn't give your ID to them. That is also like I don't know, like I want something from them, then I would have to like respectfully give them my ID. That's how I feel. But if that maybe that's something I don't know, so like help me figure out why you wouldn't give your ID to the police officer within the police department while you're trying to file a complaint. That makes no sense.
Yeah, he wants to run away.
No, sir, we need your identification. What? Because the officer is going to issue a citation for what?
Here this nigga goes again.
A nuisance violation.
Yes, so they're going to receive a citation for that, sir.
So you guys are gonna infringe on my rights again.
You need to produce identification or your name and date of birth so our officer can have it so we can get your information.
What kind of hypocrite is this? You're not even going to present your badge number and name, but you want his identification when we don't even know why, because he hasn't committed a crime and he hasn't been suspected of a crime. So why do you need his identification? People are sick, bro. People are so sick.
So surrender my Fourth Amendment right to me. Is that what you're saying?
Sir, identification or name and date of birth.
I'm not going to surrender my rights. Okay, sir.
Well, that's fine.
I'm not going to surrender.
Not a problem. So you know the law then, if you refuse to give yourself your identification, then you have to be fingerprinted and get identification that way. Your choice.
Suspected of a crime.
Right now you're in violation of no local ordinance. So you're going to receive a local ordinance citation for public nuisance.
Okay, so
your decision
my information.
And
if I don't, I'll be arrested.
Did I say that?
Okay,
I said that you would be properly identified. That's all I said.
Against my will.
Sir, there's your choices. We're not gonna go back.
I'm not finna just allow y'all to just
that's fine.
It's gonna be on you again.
I'm done. That's cool. It's been on me before.
Okay, so then get ready then, man. Your qualified immunity go out the window. Contact Robbins Insurance.
Are you gonna give him your identity?
I'm not surrendering my rights.
Are you gonna give him your identification?
I'm not gonna surrender my rights.
So you are aware that no video or photos is allowed.
That's
fine. It's your opinion.
It's not a law. I just gave you.
We're asking your identification so that you can receive a citation and be on your way, and you refuse to do so.
I'm gonna say this. I will do it if I'm threatened with arrest. Put it like that. If you say I will be arrested,
it's a citation.
Then I will.
You're not going to hear the words arrest come out of my mouth.
Okay.
I'm smarter than that.
Okay.
It's a citation. You're going to give him your identification so you can receive your citation like any other thing and move on your way.
I'm not going to surrender my rights.
Did I ask for your rights? I asked
I have a right to be in my person's papers and effects. Fourth Amendment. I have a right.
This is so stupid to me. Don't you police officers have anything else to do that's more like productive? Don't you guys have some like surveilling to do or some shit? You know, I don't know, some paperwork. Ain't there something? 3 cops for this, by the way. Like, what are they standing there for? Like, they're like, for what are they standing there for? Like, I don't get it. Well, like, he wants ID. He doesn't want to. He hasn't committed a crime. Why the fuck are we making such a big scene out of this? There is no other reason besides ego. Like I don't know. I'm not a cop, so please. I actually have respect for cops, you know, because I live in Germany, and in Germany, the cops, as far as I know, in my own experience, have always treated me well. So help me understand before I like lose my hope in all American cops, because they act like kindergarten, bro. I don't understand.
A video when it's clearly posted.
That's not a law.
That's fine. What are you going to do? Are you going to give him your identification?
I'm not surrendering my rights.
So you want to be fingerprinted and go through that process?
You want to unlawfully?
Okay, but that's fine. If we can go this way.
Yep, you can turn your camera off exactly on what video when you're back there.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Did I just? Whoa. Oh my God, bro! What the? I'm so triggered. I don't know what to. Oh, I'm so triggered. Oh, what?
Yeah, I did.
And then what is this nigga doing? I don't understand. I don't. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, I did. Why you being aggressive?
Shit, that's what you are. You are. Shut up. Okay. Come on, man. I ain't even hear about it. you got? Sit down. Sit down.
Turn it off.
Yeah.
Turn it off. Turn it off. What?
What else you got?
The body camera footage.
Fuck this guy, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. I hope at the end of this video he says he's in jail. Dude, oh my goodness. Thank God we have cameras everywhere. Thank God. Thank God. Because I can't imagine living in the 1960s, bro. I can't imagine. In the 1970s, 80s, even the 90s, bro. This is crazy. To have the audacity to say turn off your body cam, bro, that deserves the fucking death penalty. That's crazy. That's fucking insane.
Ends here with the chief ordering the two other officers to turn off their body cams, but that didn't stop the interview room's camera from capturing what happened next. Unfortunately, there was no audio attached to this interview room camera footage in the public records request that I submitted. And like I just said, Chief Scott had ordered the other two officers.
What are these other officers doing? Whoa! That's so fucking crazy. Look at these. Whoa! I don't want to get banned. Oh my God.
To turn off their body cameras. So we have no idea what's being said here, but I'm sure you can use your imagination. Chief Scott and the other officers trapped James in this room and beat him and interrogated him for over 30 minutes. And I'm just showing you what I can show you
what
here.
What are they doing? It's pissing me off. Why are they not doing anything? Why are they not doing anything, bro? Why? What fucking cowards, animals, niggas. Oh my, I've never felt this way in any type of YouTube video before. That's crazy. What the fuck?
And hitting the highlights of this footage. It is reported that at one point the chief even asked one of the officers for their batons, but the officer refused to give them to him. The chief also took James's wristwatch and intentionally smashed it, and his cell phone was found in a nearby sewage drain. So they eventually released James after issuing him a summons for a nuisance charge, and it didn't take long for an investigation to be launched into the chief's conduct. Less than 2 weeks after this interaction took place, CBS News Chicago caught wind of the story and were the first major outlet to break the story outside of YouTube. But at the time, the story was just an article, and as far as I can tell, not even James had posted any footage of this interaction at the time. So there was no video attached, nothing really to make this go viral. But despite the lack of public scrutiny, Chief Scott was initially placed on an unpaid administrative leave.
How the fuck is it on fucking camera and he's put on administrative leave? It should be a matter of 5 minutes. How is he not being arrested for assault? What is going on? It's on camera. It's on body cam. The assault is on body cam on the fucking ceiling. I don't get it, bro. On his phone, how he slapped his phone. The evidence is everywhere. What the fuck?
But then Mayor Bryant started trying to fire him, so Chief Scott just resigned before he could be terminated. And although he got away without being technically fired from his job, he didn't get away without being sued and charged with multiple crimes.
The former acting police chief, is facing criminal charges. Our Andrew Ramos broke this story last month. 47-year-old Carl Scott was on duty last month when a man known as Tyrant Terminator Audits on social media walked into the police station to file a complaint against him related to an earlier incident. That is where the trouble started.
He took me in his room, slammed me down on like this little metal plate where you sit at, and he told the two officers to cut the cameras off.
No, man, that's crazy. No, that's crazy. I can't imagine the feeling of being stuck like that. And it's not like you can call 911. it's what do you what? And this is why I really agree with the amendment to have a weapon. Like, really, I forgot which amendment it was. I don't live in the US, But this is why I agree that Americans should have weapons, because this shit, but what are you gonna do? Like, you can't pull out your gun and start blasting because you're in a police department. But still, in a way, like, I get it. In a way, I get it, because this is tyranny at its finest. That's insane, bro.
Start beating me.
He accuses Scott of repeatedly hitting him in the head while the two other officers watched. Court documents state that Scott dropped James's cell phone into a sewer outside the police station, where it was later recovered. If convicted, Scott faces up to 5 years in prison.
Scott was charged with multiple offenses, including aggravated battery, official misconduct, and obstruction of justice for attempting to destroy.
No, there needs to be a new charge of, like, tyrannical behavior as in uniform or some shit. And that should be a minimum of 10 years. Like, let's keep it real. There should be a new charge that needs to be created called tyranny while in uniform. Like, that's no. This is mentally traumatic. He physically abused him. Like, this is not enough, man.
No cell phone, which had recorded some of the assault. Snow and his attorney, Jed Stone, were both in Cook County Criminal Court to sit in on Scott's pretrial hearing, where Scott was successfully served with a civil lawsuit in connection to the attack.
This isn't some rookie cop that didn't know the difference. He was the chief of police of the village, and he beat my client.
So just a few months later, in August of this year, Mr. Scott pled guilty to battery.
New at 6, Robbins, former acting police chief Carl Scott has pled guilty to battery charges. This is a story.
They were aiding him. They didn't stop him. They didn't confront him. Nothing. I hope they ended up in jail as well.
We broke back in July of 2024. Scott has been sentenced to 2 years probation. He also had his law enforcement certificate revoked, meaning he can no longer work as a police officer.
And just when you'd think that the dust had settled around this whole situation, CBS News Chicago acquired the body camera and interrogation room footage that we saw earlier and released it as a news story.
New at 4:30, new police body cam video shows a former acting police chief in the south suburb of Robbins hitting a man in the back of his head. We first brought you this story a year and a half ago. Happened in July 2024 when a 43-year-old man came to the police department to file a complaint against the chief over a previous incident.
So for whatever reason, immediately after CBS News ran this story, Mr. Scott decided that it would be a good idea to call them up and offer to give a personal interview to tell his side of the story, which resulted in what I believe to be one of the most cringe-worthy interviews of 2025. Like, seriously, I don't know how this isn't a meme yet. It's almost like a carbon copy of the R. Kelly interview.
Tonight in an interview you'll see only on CBS News Chicago, former Chief Carl Scott spoke to our Jermod Terry, apologizing and taking...
I'm more mad about these guys than him. I'm more mad about them than him. What the fuck is going on in his mind and in his mind? Animals, bro. Fucking animals, man.
Responsibility for what happened.
Everybody needs to know the why, not the one-sided narrative.
Scott understands the video is damning, and he admits on that day he should have done one thing.
Walk away.
Instead, Scott says,
"Shut your ass up, you stupid ass Negro. You dumbass fucking ill, dude. Ill. You're a piece of trash. You belong in hell for eternity. That's it. That's it. Not even jail is enough for your stupid ass."
He let this man, from CBS Chicago, identified as James, get the best of him.
When we humanize the badge, so when we humanize
Look at you with your spray painted beard, eyebrows, and your fucking stupid ass head. You disgusting piece of shit. You filthy spray painted. What the fuck?
Stand.
And you want to cruel? Why? Why do people like this exist? Why do people like this exist, bro? Oh my God.
You understand the frustration? Do you understand what it took? You understand what that's
smacking his lips.
Do you
He's
understand
such a bitch. Honestly, he's a bitch. He's such a bitch. Like, honestly, like from the spray painted beard, eyebrows, and head, the way he's smacking his lips, the way he's crying, the way he emotionally, what a bitch, bro.
what you protecting? So then the badge meant nothing at that point.
His actions cost him his badge.
I first initially came to Robbins as the deputy chief.
And his law enforcement career, which included 23 years as a federal agent before joining Robbins PD.
A defaming of my name and has caused a strike against my integrity.
What did you mean when you said cut the cameras off?
My mind wanted to hold a conversation with him.
Scott resigned days before the Robbins mayor wanted to terminate him.
One mistake
minimum
doesn't
10
define
years,
a person.
bro. Yes, it does.
And after that 2-year
yes, it does,
probation,
because you made a mistake with your whole entire look. Whatever, bro.
Period, Scott won't be watched anymore, but he will never be allowed to work in law enforcement again here in Illinois.
Now keep in mind, all this happened months after Mr. Scott had supposedly made his final round in the news cycle. And so Mr. Scott had already been working on ways to move on to bigger and better things after his law enforcement.
But how is he not in jail yet? I still don't understand why. I guess we're waiting for the court, like the judge to decide, I'm assuming. But he should not be free. He should be in jail in the time being.
Career. And it turns out that while he was under criminal investigation, on April 30th of this year to be exact, Mr. Scott was elected and appointed to be the vice president of Elementary School District 159. Now, because CBS News had brought this story back into the limelight a little bit by releasing the body camera footage, and of course Mr. Scott decided to heighten that limelight by volunteering for an incredibly insincere and awkward interview, the parents in that school district suddenly realized that he had been quietly slipped onto the board with no one mentioning anything about his past or his pending criminal charges.
Though Carl Scott Sr. stepped down as Robbins police chief more than a year ago following that violent altercation that was captured on video, those concerns have now followed him to his new position here on the school board with demands for a second resignation.
Doing his job.
But Scott says he's not backing down. Yep. This footage of then Robbins Police Chief Carl Scott Sr. hitting a man in front of other officers has parents raising concerns at Wednesday night's District 159 school board meeting in Madison, where Scott, now serving as the school district's vice president, faced calls for...
There's no way, bro. They got this. Look at him. He thinks he's a bad bitch. He thinks he's a bad bitch. That's what he thinks.
His resignation.
Our children deserve great leadership, not subprime leadership, and a leadership that deals with integrity and not violence. Our children deserve a role model with integrity and honor, and Carl Scott is not that person to me. And the community, if he is not removed, the community will band together and we will make our voices heard in this community.
How does the conduct displayed in the video align with the district's values related to student safety, conflict resolution, and respect? The behavior shown in the video.
It's not only the police department, but it's also like the school districts be moving so weird, bro. They move so weird. Like, they don't want to ban these hypersexual children books. They don't want to, they hire anybody like this bitch. What is going on in the U.S., bro? I don't understand.
Inconsistent with the standards we
think
expect
these people have common
from
sense,
those entrusted with the care of our children.
So for whatever reason, during this meeting, or whatever it was, Mr. Scott was allowed to address the parents and the community directly in a response. And you'd think this would finally be the time where he actually takes accountability for his actions and tries to save face and keep this new job he's got, right?
Okay, good evening to our community and fellow board members. In response to the things that have been said, number one, I respect anyone's opinions. I respect your views, but there are just a couple comments that I would like to make, and I don't have a problem with addressing. When I went and conducted my own statement with CBS, I tried to make it clear and portray exactly who I am and what I stand for. One thing that they did not air is that if we took every person in this room and we put them on public display, would you stay and sit in that room, that same room? Number one, I was not terminated. I resigned. Prior to going to the police department, I successfully retired as a federal agent. 25 and a half years. I have not had nothing on my record as simple as a write-up.
So Mr. Scott goes on yet another cringeworthy...
What the fuck does that mean? What does that even mean? So if you grab a, like, let's say you flip again and you grab a child, slap him around on your desk or whatever, were you supposed to move on? Because everybody makes mistakes? Is that what you're saying? And you left before you even got fired, so that makes it cool? I don't understand this nigga, man.
Pity party for the next several minutes before finally arriving at the crux of his defense, which is, of course, to blame James.
Let me address what has not been told. The person that was on the opposite side of that. If you don't know his name or his internet name, please search him. I'll say it. James Snow. His name on the internet is Tyrant the Terminator. He goes around and he purposely tries to create issues. And he finds situations and he tries to blow them up to get a rise out of people. Prior to that event...
Yeah, so the rage bait worked on you, bitch. Like, you just exposed yourself. Yeah, he rage baited you and you fell for it. Dumbass nigga. That's what happened.
That took place. He came out there before and raised an issue in the Robbins Health Clinic. And that was our first time ever having any encounter. In between those months of February and July, the same person has took time on pages to harass me, cyberbully, as well as make threats. So on this day in question, what has not been shown is the fact that while trying to create yet another issue and another rise, and videoing and trying to capture video of civilians walking in and out of the station that begged him to not video them when he was at the clinic.
What the fuck does that have to do with you literally putting him in the investigation room, trying to get rid of evidence of what you've done, beat him, coerce the other cops to turn off their body cams so you can continue beating him? What does that have to do with anything?
Patients, which is a HIPAA violation. He was trying to video behind the clerk's desk, where law enforcement and sensitive information that could have had anybody's information in here was on there. He was trying to video this stuff to get information. So being requested to leave was not his choice. He chose to continue to try to do things. What was not shown was him aggressively coming towards me. But because I'm held at a standard, at a higher standard, they showed me.
Ah, yes, the old everyone gets mad defense with a little bit of it was his fault sprinkled on top. The whole, oh, just because I'm a public official, I should be held to a higher standard complaint also seems kind of familiar. Almost like I just heard this before recently. So anyway, Mr. Scott went on to bore the audience with this whole I'm humanizing the badge speech, which I don't even think he understands what that phrase means. But it wasn't long before someone in the crowd just got tired of his bullshit and eventually heckled and booed him out of the room.
Thank you so much, Mr. Scott. So at this time, I'll turn it up. I'm sorry, ma'am. We can't. At this time, I understand what you're trying to say. You gave him 7 minutes. I understand. Resource officer. We are no longer taking any more public comments at this time.
I didn't say that.
So thank you so much.
She's not even trying to hear it. I hate people like this, bro. I hate people. And then we think our votes fucking make it win. Even in the school board, it doesn't even change shit. Our voices in a fucking elementary school don't matter. What the fuck do you think then our vote for the fucking president even matters then? This is so nothing is real, man. Nothing is fucking real.
Thank you.
Yeah. That concludes our closed session.
I took accountability.
No, you didn't.
I took accountability. I did.
No, you didn't.
All right.
It's everybody's fault but yours. You sound ridiculous.
Get him.
He's saying his hand. We gotta finish with me.
Stop defending him.
I wouldn't leave it.
They gotta be fucking like, there's gotta be some romantic like background behind these two. There's gotta be something going on between them. This is the way, the way she's defending him, the way she's talking to him with that soft voice, there's no way that they're romantically involved with each other. There's nothing else I can imagine. Nah, get your ass out of here.
Thank you so much. It is now December.
So as of the date of editing this episode, District 159's website still lists Scott as the vice president. It's unclear if the board is going to be taking any action to address the concerns of the community or the parents in that district. And James's civil lawsuit is still pending. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think this story sheds some light on how deep the threads go of government employment within the web of that industry, particularly at the local level. It's almost like all small municipalities are working together as these employment nodes to accept each other's rejected.
Yeah, and then there's people who actually believe whatever the government fucking tells us. This is the local level, right? Imagine the federal level. Like, imagine this was going on in a fucking goofy ass town, village, or at most a city, right? That's what's going on at that kind of low level ass environment. Now imagine what our governments are doing. Imagine. I don't understand how people can still believe what's on the news, what the government tells us, what the president tells us, what the senators tells us, what anyone in any type of fucking leading role tells us, because this just proves it right here. And it's rampant. It's rampant all over the US, all over the world. And I'm losing hope in humanity, man. I'm definitely losing hope in humanity. That's why, that's the only reason why I believe in God, man. You can't rely on fucking humans. You can't do it. People want to rely on this earth and the humans on this earth. You can't do it, man. You're going to end up depressed, evil, or fucking, you're going to lose. Those are the only options. So that's it, man. That's all I'm going to say. I'm out, y'all. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe button. I'll see y'all again.